Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a new video. And today we're gonna be looking at all of the pink shades in my collection. At least I hope I haven't forgotten any of my palettes or any of the pink shades, but I think I haven't because I don't really wear pinks all that often and I don't have that much. But when I was kind of going through them, I think I was able to pull out like something like 25 palettes, which is like crazy considering that that's pretty much half of my collection. So yeah, I don't have a full pink palette per se, but I do have a lot of really nice pinks in my palette, and I can't wait to show you all of them. So if you're a pink lover or you just really like swatching videos, this is gonna be a dream for you. And in case you're new here, hi, my name's Sasha. I love indie makeup, I love colorful makeup, I love eyeshadows, I love swatching, I love showing you my collection. Once in a while I'll do these types of videos where I focus on one color in particular and I try to show you all of my palettes with that color in my collection and swatch my favorite shades of that color, if that makes sense. So we're already almost running out of colors, like we did most of the rainbow, which I will link that playlist in the little card and also down below in case you're interested. We already did like green, yellow, orange, blue, purple, so most of the rainbow is already done. I know we haven't done red and we haven't done neutrals because I don't have many palettes from these colors. Like that would be a really short video. But yesterday when I was filming the swatching part, because I'm kind of popping here a day later with the intro, I figured out that we could do like swatching my favorite shimmers in my collection if you would be interested in that. So I don't really know how I'm gonna do that, like if it's gonna be my favorite shimmer of every palette in my collection or just like the favorite shimmers throughout. And I don't really know how I'm gonna film that, like which one of these options I'm gonna pick. But in case you would be interested in either of those, let me know down below and I will definitely film that video for you. So I think that's everything for the intro. In case you're interested in what I'm wearing, I am currently reviewing the 5-point palettes by Mia Makeup. They have like a series of small 5-pen palettes. This is how the packaging looks like if you're gonna buy it. And I have the Make It Funky Eye, which I will show you in this video as well. And then the Welcome to Miami, which is this one. I kind of decided to do like two different looks on each eye. A different look on each eye to make the review a little bit quicker and easier for myself. But yeah, the review should be coming up, I don't know, Monday or Tuesday probably. We'll see when I'll have time to edit it, but that is definitely coming out at some point. And yeah, without further ado, let's just jump into this video. Hopefully you'll enjoy that, and I will be very happy for any comments down below. If you don't know what to comment, just comment pink heart. I will be very happy. That would really help me and this channel. So enjoy this video. Hey guys, so here is a video that I actually wanted to film for a very long time, but I just had no time. But I think it was like 2 months ago, I created a poll on my Instagram asking you what color we should focus on next, because I do these videos where I kind of swatch the best shades of each palette from a certain brand. So we did like all my best greens, which I should probably re-record again because it's been like a year or maybe even more than a year, but it's probably been a year, and a lot of the palettes in my collection has changed and a lot new has come to my collection. So maybe I should redo that and like make it better. We'll see. But we did most of colors. Like I have orange, yellow, green, purple, blue. What else do we have? Is that everything? And we haven't done red, pink, neutrals, And I think that's kind of everything. I would definitely like to do one video of just like my favorite shimmers. So definitely let me know if you would be interested in that. And I'm just gonna swatch the best shades and kind of tell you what am I looking for when it comes to pink eyeshadows, because I don't wear pink all that often, but sometimes I do. And here I kind of want to tell you how it works for me. Also, I just did my nails. I have to clean them up, but like, aren't they so cool and pretty? Love these so much. Anyways, so I have quite a bit of palettes. Actually, I'm gonna show you 3 new palettes in my collection that I haven't tested out yet. I just bought them and I will review them for me tomorrow, but maybe you've already seen the review. I don't know which video I'm releasing sooner, but since this is not that important, I might release it afterwards. So yeah, I have these 3 mini palettes by Mio Makeup. I have the Pistachio Gelato. They're all like, I think 5-pan palettes. By the way, only the cardboard packaging is like fun, cool one. Otherwise, the rest, the actual palette is the same for all of them. But obviously, this one is all green, but I just kind of wanted to test them out. And yeah, so I got this. And then the other 2 actually do have. So there's sirens outside. The other 2 actually have pink in them, if I remember that correctly. So this is the Welcome to Miami. And I mean, like, this is such a cool color story, by the way. Like, I really like this. And you have this like really deep kind of pinky berry shade. It's like, for me, this is like a Barbie pink. And yeah, it's very, I don't know, fuchsia. I don't really know how to explain this color, but yeah, it's very pink. I feel like on the camera it's slightly darker, but just like itty bitty bit. So yeah, that's the Mio Makeup. As I said, I haven't tested it yet, and I haven't like swatched it yet, but I do quite like this shade, like the swatch of it and like the texture of it. And I do have one Mio palette in my collection that I quite like. So, and this is the Make It Funky Eyes, and I think this one is the coolest color story because like, look at that. It kind of reminds me the Gourmande Girls Nightshade palette, just like really small. But you have this kind of like pastel-y pinky shade, and will actually look really nice next to this. And like, look at that pigment. I mean, honestly, that's a really nice pigmentation. So yeah, these are like super small, and I really like this color story. I definitely want to make a look with this. So we're gonna do that tomorrow. I don't know, lately I've been really into these small palettes. Then another small palette is the Haggard, and I don't remember what is this called, but I think it's like the Ecstasy of Saintless or something like that. It has the little heart, and it's a pink color story. Sorry, I have the plastic thingy because it has the shade names on it. Obviously, as you can see, like, this is mostly pink. You have this white kind of pink shade, like it is white with like a itty bitty bit of pink. But then you have this pink shade, which is just, these mattes feel so beautiful. Like, they're so smooth and soft and buttery, and I really like this shade. Like, it's a nice kind of like almost blushy pink. It's like a really nice, like, if you naturally blush kind of pinkish, like that's kind of the color. And if you're like really light, and then you have this multi-chrome, which is just like the most gorgeous thing. I'm gonna probably do it here so that you can actually see it. But it has like a white base with a lot of pink, gold, purple, and a bit of blue. But like mostly purple, pink, and then gold, kind of green a little bit as well. Like, do you see how it looks like a lip gloss? Like, it genuinely, on the hand, whenever light hits it, it looks like a lip gloss. It genuinely looks fully wet, and actually doesn't crease, which I was super like insanely mesmerized with, and I just couldn't believe it. So yeah, the matte one is called Saintess, and the shimmer shade is called Heart of Saintess. And I'm also almost out of it because this has really shallow pans, obviously. Like, It's a really small palette. You only get like, I don't know, 1 gram of product with each of them, and they're pretty inexpensive, which usually if you have a lot, if you have little amount of product there, that's what kind of tends to happen. But I don't mind that because like it's really hard to use up eyeshadows, and this is just so pretty, like oh my god. Then a new palette to me that I also want to try this weekend. I don't know how much I'm gonna have how much time I'm gonna have. I found this palette, this gem of a palette on Vinted. I don't know if you know that, but it's kind of like Poshmark in America, I believe. It's just like here in Europe, and I got the flower punk there. One lady or girl, or I don't know, I think it's a lady, a woman, maybe, I don't know, you don't have pronouns there, but she was selling this, and I always love this. Like I discovered Kaleidos when this was already not when this was already not available, and I was so sad about that because this is honestly the coolest packaging, not just the artwork but like also the way this works. And also I just really love this color story. I already disinfected it and I got a little bit too much disinfection here, so it's kind of, well, it actually didn't harden, so it's probably gonna be okay. But anyways, I love this color story, like the pinks with these like mustardy greens. Like it is such a fun color story. It looks very very springy to me, like it just kind of feels like spring, and it's actually super similar to the Hella palette. Let me try to like see, like it's kind of the same idea. This only has 3 shimmers, but honestly, like these two next to each other, like I just love this combo. I don't know, there's something about this color story that I was really interested in and I wanted to try them. I lightly swatched some of the shades and they feel really nice because I only had the small, when they have like the futurism palette, and I had the ones that's kind of like that has a black, blue, and like purple, a kind of like neutral smoky with like a little bit of blue. And I think there was like one matte shade kind of like this, or maybe deeper, I don't know. And I remember how it was called, Astro Pink or something like that. And I haven't loved that one, but it was also like a color story that didn't really fit with me. This is the Peach Soju. It's kind of like a peachy pink, and it's not that far from my skin tone. Then you have Nouveau, which is kind of like a berry brownish pink, and actually like, I don't know, I feel like it looks quite big in the palette, but then it looks brown on the hand. And then you have this, which that's what I wanted to swatch for you. It's the stained glass, and they feel like they're not gonna crease because they have like a little bit of, they're not jelly, but look at that, it has this like neon blue sheen but like pink base. It's actually gorgeous, and they look like they're gonna be very iridescent, so like I love this so much and I can't wait to try this. I'm probably only gonna like do one look to just like try it out, and then I want to film some Halloween looks this weekend. That I'm filming it, it's the weekend before Halloween for me, because you know then I'm not gonna have any option to film Halloween makeup, and I'm gonna be at school the whole week. So yeah. Then I have the Wicked Widow Lovesick palette. This one is beautiful. It's my only Wicked Widow palette, but I hope I'm gonna get more in the future. I really like this this size. So you have Worlds Apart, which is a really pretty, slightly dusty pink, I would say, but like it's very very nice. It's kind of like in between these two, I would say, and I do like this shade. And then you have Fall For You, which is just such a beautiful shimmer. Again, it has a like blue sheen to it that a lot of these iridescent pinkish shades have. Like, see how kind of almost neon blue this is? Just so fun. I love these. So yeah, this one is very pretty, and I like that it's small, and I do like the tones here with that like a little bit of blue. I really like this color story. I like wearing pinks. in this type of color story. Then I have the Mini Charms palette by Beauty Bay. Mine actually fell on the ground a couple minutes ago, so I shattered one of the shades and I wasn't able to put it back because it was kind of all over the floor, and I haven't mopped the floor in a week, so like I'm definitely not gonna be putting it back. It's a shame, but it's not that expensive of a palette. I think this was 9 or 12 euros, so like it's not that much. A euro or euro a bit for a shade isn't that much. And oh my god, where do I have the plastic thingy? Because that should be in there. I'm gonna have to find it. This shade right here, I like, there was the plastic thingy inside that had all the shade names on, which obviously I have to find if it fell out of this. But this one is a beautiful, kind of like very light, almost like white, well, kind of like silvery pink. And like, look at that. Come on. Focus. Hello. I swear to God, sometimes it just doesn't want to focus, but you can see that it has like a lot of gray in there. And it's just so fun and so different. Honestly, I'll have to search my collection to see if I have similar pink, because I think this is a unique tone of pink and a unique like way it sparkles. Unique in a way it sparkles. So that the Mini Charms palette, I really love her, not just for the pink, but mainly for the blue. I just feel like it's a really pretty companion palette. And yeah, this is just so unique and fun. And I have this Little Cosmetics, these are just a singles. And I have this shade here, which is Allure. And this one is kind of like a peachy pink. So it goes from like peachy gold to pink. Let me try to, yeah, like pink, and then, I don't know, will you see the peach at some point? Because for me it is peachy right now, but I don't think you can see that. Maybe you can, like it's kind of like a peach to, yeah, maybe like that. Peach to pink. It definitely looks more peachy when I flip it, like I can actually see very peachy color. So yeah, that's Allure, I believe. Let me actually find a magnet. To just like make sure, but yeah, it's Allure. Tell me how I remember like shade names, but I don't remember anything important. So yeah, that's Little. Then what else we're gonna do? I have the Serpent palette by Micka Beauty Shop. By the way, I can't wait to get the 7 Elysian Scents. It still hasn't shipped as I'm filming this, and I think it should be shipping soon, or at least that's what I read last time, so I really hope for that. But this is the collaboration that they did last year in the spring with Martha's Makeup. She is an amazing content creator, and we have the shade Temptation, which kind of is like a dusty pinkish shade, like you can see, and it's different form of dusty that we haven't had before, so that's nice, you know, at least we don't have repeating shades, because since I don't wear pink that often, I definitely don't want to have 11 of the same shade. Then you have Immortality, which is kind of like blue to pink to purple. It has kind of all of these flips. I think you can see that it has like a kind of reddish base, and then the shimmers are like pink, purple to blue. It's just such a stunning shade. And then you have Reincarnation, and I would say this one is more like purple with a little bit of pink and blue. And it's a lot more like iridescent. This one actually has a base, and the base is a lot different from the actual shade. But yeah, I mean, these are so pretty. Then I have Apopis, which is like a berry shade. I don't know, for me this is going more towards red than pink. But, you know, we all have different levels to these things, and we all see colors differently, and we all like categorize them differently. Then we have the Hella palette by Oden in collaboration with Angelica Nyquist. And we have this shade called Goddess, which I actually think is going to be quite similar to this shade. Oh my god, this is like really sandpapery. That's not nice. I don't remember this being sandpapery, but also it's like, I don't know, isn't it going to be like 3 years in a couple of months? So, yeah. Slightly deeper than this, a bit more. I know this one is more cooler than this one. Then we have Hella, and Hella actually feels nice. This one feels buttery. So I don't know why this one is so dry. And this one, again, it's kind of like a peachy pink, kind of similar to this one, but it's just like a little bit more pinkish. Yeah, I really like this. And then you have Hellfire, which is again kind of like peachy color that has a bit of pink shine, but I don't think I'm gonna swatch that one. I'm not really interested in that. But yeah, this one is very sandpapery, and this one also is kind of sandpapery. I can even see that. It kind of created like these little, not bubbles, but like little things in there. I don't know. You're probably not gonna be able to see that because I don't know why my camera doesn't want to focus and I have to do that manually. And even then it's kind of weird lately. But I'm like filming this kind of late and I have a ring light, so maybe that's the reason. But like I love this color story. I love the Muki. I love the like pukey green. I love the pukey greens with those like pops of pink and then these very blackened shades. I just find it to be really cool. I almost have a pan in this one, and what else? This one is also actually has quite a bit of dip. So yeah, I'm kind of scared to use her often because I don't wanna pan her. Like I always want to have her like this. But I do love this color story, and I think I've used her like 45 times, but I'm very gentle with her. She just means a lot, and you know. Then I have the Little Ghost palette, again by Oden's Eye in collaboration with Angelica. This is their last Halloween palette. And there's the shade Boo, which is kind of similar to these like pink shades that shine blue. So I don't think I'm gonna be swatching that since it's like very similar. But we have the shade Magical. This one is so pretty and so like unique in my collection, I would say. At least I kind of find it quite unique. And it's like a pink base with gold sheen or like gold little sparkle in it. It's just, I don't actually know how well you can see that because I can't see what I'm filming. But yeah, it's so pretty and so cute. And yeah, I actually really like this one. I don't wear this very often, but I think it's very cute. And like it serves a purpose. Once in a while, I do get inspired to use it. Then I have the Mist Witch palette by Shall We Makeup. This is such a cool palette. Like I love the artwork and everything, and I loved the look that I created with this palette. Like one of the looks that was inspired by this bubbly cauldron. I never know if I pronounced that right. We have this shade, which is like a white base iridescent with like a little bit of pink in there. It has a lot of white, just like a little bit of a pink sheen. I actually kind of think it's like almost similar to this, but just a lot more white, I guess. Yeah, never mind, it's actually not similar. Or maybe, no, it doesn't have the gray. Okay, they're not similar. And yeah, I think that's everything from this palette. This is kind of fun shade because it's like a gray. It has like a pink undertone, slightly, but like it has a lot of gray as well, like kind of like a grayish pink. So that one is kind of fun and different, but again, like it's kind of far from pink. Just like a hint there. At least I see a hint there. Then we have the Spring Magic palette by Unearthly. I just love this palette so much. It's such a cool, fun color story. And you have actually a lot of pink. You have the shade Lush, which is very pretty. And it has that kind of like pink base that shifts orange and has a really intense gold sparkle. So it's so pretty. Then you have the shade Warmth, which is very pinky, kind of pastely pink shimmer. As you can see, like, it is so pretty. And as you can see, this one is a lot more reddish, and this one is like very kind of icy. And then you have, sorry, I have to wash my hands. And then you have Flourish, which is very beautiful. Again, kind of like a blushy pink. Then, I don't know, do we have similar shade here? I don't think so. This one, I think, is the most similar from the Hella palette, but we don't really have like a similar shade. And like Sunshine and Mystic, they also have a bit of pink there, but I don't really know if I want to swatch that. I think that's enough for this palette, so. Yeah, love these so far, like they're so fun. Then we have the Elements of Evil by Sugar Tristle. I need to get more palettes from them because they're so pretty and so fun. And hello, focus. So this one is actually kind of fun because it has this shade, which kind of, I don't really know how to explain the shade here. It has like a pinkish base with like purpley gold gray green shift. I don't actually understand this shade honestly, and it's sometimes really hard. Like I feel like on my eyes it looks always different than in swatches and then in a pan. Like it's three different shades and I can't ever show you similarities. Like I would never be able to make you believe that this what I have here is the same shade that I would put on my eyes and that is in this palette. Like it just, I don't know, it looks like three different shades, I swear. Then you have Pickled Eyeballs. This one is also really fun because in the pan it looks like peachy orange that shifts to kind of green blue, and then sometimes it looks pink as well, like in some lightings. So I think you can see it now, kind of. So like this part is just so interesting and so fun and so just so cool, you know. I really don't know what they did here, but they did something really good. Then I have the Delicious Delights palette by Cosmic Brushes. This one, I just love this one so much. And you have a lot of pink shades, mainly these three. Then like these ones are definitely a lot more purple, but these three are amazing. I love this shade called Marshmallow. It's like a very, very, I don't know, like very bubblegum pink or like very pastel-y pink. And I don't know, like this one kind of is similar, but a little bit more white than that, I think. And then you have Smoothie, which is such a fun, like very vibrant pink. And I used to hate these, but honestly, especially with the yellow, it is just so pretty. Like genuinely, it is so pretty, and I really love this this shade. It's kind of similar to this one, but not really. Like this one is more pinky, I would say. Like it is really fun shade, and actually these three, well, even with this one, they would look so pretty. I already see new looks, just like doing this. And then you have Candy Floss, which is a very nice shimmer shade. I really like this. It's more like a traditional shimmer when it comes to the texture of it, but it looks really nice on the eyes. It sparkles quite nicely and it doesn't crease, so I really like that. Honestly, these two also. Oh my god. Okay, I want to wear pink now, even though I'm not a pink girly. So yeah, Delicious Delights. One of my favorite palettes of them, just because you can do so much with it. The other ones that they released are a little bit more, not monochromatic, but like they definitely have more narrow color story, I would say. But this one, I don't know, there's something so fun, and I like that it's not a pastel palette per se. You can do so much more than that. Then I have this palette. This is from Ensley Rain, and it's the Twisted Tea Party. I actually only have the palette, like the magnetic palette, but the inside of it is all my shades that I bought, like it's all my singles. And I have this shade from Colourpop, and I think this one is Poodle actually. If I remember that correctly, it's Poodle. And if I did that wrong, if I remember that wrong, I will write it on the screen. But if I don't write anything, it's Poodle. And yeah, this one is kind of similar to this. It's just like a little bit deeper. I don't know, do I have a similar shade to this? I don't actually have a similar shade to this. Like, they're kind of different, the other ones. So Poodle is quite nice, and it's actually one of the nicer textures from Colourpop. I sometimes don't like their shades, but this one is actually good. Then I have this amazing shade called Andromeda by Terramoons, and I'm almost hitting pan on this one. Like, it's actually really close to pan. And let me try to swatch it here. Like, it is such a beautiful pink. I really love this one. Like, it is. I'm sorry that I'm constantly showing you my middle finger, but it just, I feel like it's nicer to swatch on it because I don't have a long nail there, so I'm not really in danger of anything. But yeah, that one is so beautiful. Like, it is just, I don't know, and I'm genuinely so close to pan. I'm probably gonna hit pan by the end of the year, but it's just so beautiful. And I have this shade. This one is from Micka Beauty Shop, and it's Magnitude. I haven't used this one for a while, but it is so beautiful, at least from what I remember. It's kind of like a pink based shade that shifts green, and it's actually a holochrome. Let me try to show you, but like, I don't know if you're gonna be, maybe you could see like the pink a little bit. In the palette, for me, when I'm looking at it, from my angle, it's pink, but then obviously like it shifts green, and then it also has this like beautiful sparkle of everything in it pretty much. And I do like to wear this shade with a pink crease quite a lot, so that one is amazing. And I also love this texture of it because it's a bit drier than some other Micka shades, and it lasts beautifully on the eyes. So yeah, that's one of my magnetic palettes. We're gonna get to second one soon. Maybe. Okay, everything is falling apart. Then I have the Nightshade palette by Gourmande Girls. I actually started to put all my palettes in back in the sleeves because I don't want to risk them, the actual palettes, to get hurt when I'm kind of traveling with it, because I'm going back and forth between this place and my dorm. So this one actually has like more purple color story. But I really like the shade Poisonous because there's a bit of pink in there. Like, it has kind of like a pink sparkle with a gray base, and there's also like a bit of blue, but on the camera I think it picks up blue sparkle, but for me I see pink sparkle. Like a really beautiful kind of like, let me find it, kind of like the Andromeda mixed with this shade, you know, that kind of sparkle. So yeah, for me I see pink sparkle there, and it's just so pretty, especially when you do like a deeper looks. Like, it just, oh my god, so gorgeous. So if you would do like a bubblegum pink like this, and then a black smoky eye with just this as in the like first half of the crease, and then use this shade on your lid, oh my god, I actually really want to do that. I might do, well, but I really want to do the Halloween looks. I'll try to do that on Tuesday and actually film it, because I feel like that would be so pretty, and I don't actually go to work. We have a holiday, but I have to go to my school. So, and I can wear that to school. That's completely fine. I'm just not gonna be big. I just wouldn't do that for my work because I have to get up at like 5, so I wouldn't really want to do that. Then I have the Sorbeti palette by Glam Shop, and this one has really interesting shade here. It's called Smochy Ovoc. Sorry, it's always hard for me to go from English to like either Czech or Polish or any other Slavic based tongue. It's just like a little bit different. This one again kind of has that blue sheen to it, but it has like a peachy base, like a peachy pink base with that insanely neon blue sparkle. Just so pretty. I don't know why everything has to have the blue in it, why none of it has like purple, but I guess that's a trend now. And then you have the Malinovsky, which which is a really nice matte shade. Sorry, I can't speak anymore. And yeah, this one is also quite pretty. It's kind of similar to this shade actually, and I don't remember where that was from. And then you have the La Ochlody, which has kind of like a greenish base with a bit of pink there as well, and a blue as well. Like, it's actually a really nice shade. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's a really nice shade. It's kind of like a deeper version of the previous one. So I really love this, and I love the shimmers in this. Like, I had a couple singles from Glam Shot, and I had another palette from them as well. And I think this, the Sorbeti, has the best shimmers from the three options that I've tried from them, which obviously isn't enough, but I don't know. I'm kind of waiting for them to do some kind of fun, colorful release, because they've been doing a lot of neutral releases, and I'm not really into that. The Gourmande Girls Spooked palette, obviously not really a pink palette, but you have the shade Bloody, and like this one. Where am I gonna put you? Oh my God, I'm gonna put you here because I don't actually want to use the other hand. I want to be able to like move things around, but do you see this pink? It is just, it is a different type of shimmer that I haven't showed you yet. I think like it's very different to the rest. I think the closest would be the one from Cosmic Brushes, but this one is just like more vibrant, I guess. And it sparkles beautifully. Like, I don't know, like, ever since I bought this palette, I started really getting into a lot of indies, and this one kind of fell behind in my collection, and I wouldn't use this book palette all that often, but honestly, every single time I use it, I'm just so mesmerized by how beautiful everything is and how much I love working with her. So I just have to use her. So I just love the packaging, how it changes the colors. It's just, oh my God. I think this one is actually one of their best palettes, but I just love Nightshade so much. So like, it's really hard for me to, like, every single time I think about using Gourmande Girls, I look at this book, I want to use it, and then I somehow use the Nightshade. And then I have the Night Terror by Unearthly. This is my newest Unearthly palette, and I just love this palette. I love the shade Chilling. It's a really nice kind of like icy, oh my gosh, where am I gonna put you? Kind of like icy pinky purple. Like, it has a little bit of purple in there, honestly. And it's just beautiful. Then you have Frightening, which is very kind of blushy, neutral pink. Kind of reminds me of one of the shades from the Spring Magic palette, which I don't remember where that was. I think it was this one, maybe. So it's kind of similar, and yeah, it's kind of like a pinky berry with a little bit of brown in there as well. And I don't know, should I swatch Haunted as well? It's kind of, it has more purple. Like, yes, there are situations in which this looks pink. Where am I gonna, okay, we're gonna do this. This is gonna be so ugly, but I just really want to show you everything. So yeah, I think you can see that it has some pink there. And then purple and blue. I love this palette as well. It's just so pretty. Then, okay, I'm gonna have to start swatching on the other hand because this is getting out of hands. Literally, I don't have space anymore. So we have the Muse by Cosmic Brush. By the way, today, like an hour ago or hour and a half, I bought the Halloween mystery box, and I can't wait to see what's inside. So yeah, that should ship at some point in November. This one, it has the shade Petal, which is again kind of like a blushy. Why am I swatching it on this side when I don't have... seriously, I am so stupid. So Petal, I love the texture of the mattes. By the way, they're so smooth and so nice to use. Honestly, like, it is actually so nice to just swatch it and like put your hand there. And then the Muse shade, the main shade of the palette, it's actually one of those one of their most jelly like shades because it's multichrome or duochrome, I don't know. But it has like a pink purple base with gold sheen, which again very popular. It's either that it shines blue or it shines gold. I would kind of like to have like a variety there. Honestly, if it was like a pink that would shine like yellow orange, that's something I want to see. You know, something different. Or like it would, if it would have this flip, that would be really cool. Like, you know, something that doesn't really make sense. I want that in multi-chromes these days, because otherwise like we've already seen everything kind of. But yeah, this one is very pretty. It's very cute. I didn't use that shade as often because it does crease on me a bit, so I have to use it on the lower lash line or in my inner corner, which that is kind of dark for the inner corner, or I just have to be really careful. Or I just have to be really careful. Then Nomad Fuji 5 Likes. I love this palette, by the way. And you only have this shade in the middle, which is like very beautiful. It's beautiful in a corner highlight, and it's kind of like a peachy pink. Kind of, actually, it looks like, I think this was the shade from the Beauty Bay palette, so like it's kind of similar, just maybe, I don't know, maybe a little bit deeper. But yeah, this one is really nice, but I do have to use it in my inner corner or lower lash line, otherwise it creases on me personally. Then I have the Gospel palette by Beauty Month Cosmetics in collaboration with my friend Philip, and you have a lot of pinks here. So pretty much this whole row kind of, or like this whole half is pretty much like a pinky purpley. You have this called, I don't know if it's called App Fab, or I don't actually know what this stands for, honestly, but it's a beautiful, vibrant, kind of pastel pink, but like a lot more vibrant than the rest. Like, I don't think we have anything like this, kind of like very neon-y, but still light pink. Then you have the shade Dinner Ladies. Is it Dinner or Diner Ladies? I don't know what would make more sense, honestly. I try to like not really disrupt the shade. And this one is beautiful because it kind of sparkles like white, almost not, it's not silver, but it kind of almost sparkles white, and it's just, I don't know, it's something different that I don't really have in my collection. The closest is this shade, which I don't remember which one it was, but this one, like, it sparkles silver, but this looks like white when I look at it. And that's just kind of like the interesting part for me. Then Mandy is like very white based shade, and I'm not gonna swatch it because honestly on me it almost doesn't show up, so why bother? And then you have Up the Woman, and I don't know if you would classify this as pink or red. Like, it's kind of in the middle. I'm gonna swatch it for you because I actually think that this is beautiful, and it's one of those shades that I really like to wear either with this or with this. Like, I just feel like it's very pretty, pretty combo. That didn't actually swatch. Oh yeah, I think I know why, because this shade for me, a hard pan, and I had to like scrape up the top part, and now I feel like it's hard panning again. I think you can see it in the palette as well. So this one I will have to figure something out because it isn't the first time that it's hard panned for me. Then I'm gonna have to be more careful and not swatch this shade probably. But like, you know, normal people don't swatch their palettes regularly, so I don't really blame this palette for that. Then we have the Celestial Charms by Beauty Bay, one of my newest palettes, and as you can see, like, there's a lot of berry shades. I feel like the berries here are definitely a lot more red, so I'm not gonna swatch them. But you have this shade called Crescent, and it's a really nice, again, kind of like peachy pink duochrome This one has a lot more punch, or like a lot more depth to it than some of the others. And I actually really like how this one sparkles, unlike some of the other shades with the Beauty Bay formula. Then we have the Colourpop and Pokemon palette. I love this one, by the way. Just really love the color, the packaging. And you have the Pokemon Center, which is a really nice pink color. Honestly, like I really like this one, but it is pretty light and it doesn't really swatch the best on me, but it actually looks really nice on the eyes. Then you have Fuchsia City, which is again like a very beautiful fuchsia color. So this is how it looks like. This one is beautiful fuchsia. And then I really like this Gym Leader, which is actually a glitter shade from this palette, but it's actually really nice. I don't mind Colourpop glitters because they don't feel very abrasive and they're not like chunky. And this one actually has gold in it as well. And like, do you see how beautiful this is? Like, this is just so gorgeous, and I actually really like this. Like, come on, so pretty. So yeah, I think that's the only pinks here. I have a couple single shadows. Most of them, I think, well, pretty much all of them are Micka Beauty Shop. I just have this one. This is a single from Glam Shop, and this one is again from Glam Shop, but not a single. It's a deep potted shade from the, how is it called? The Alter Ego palette. Then I have Davini Currency palette. I love the pun with the word. I love this color story, but it doesn't really function for me. Like the shimmers crease a lot, like extremely, but the mattes are so buttery smooth. And you have the Pretty and Paid. Which, as you can see, doesn't swatch the best, honestly, but it looks really nice on the eyes. I find that this palette just doesn't really want to swatch nicely, but the mattes work wonderfully on the eyes, and I have nothing bad to say about them. I just don't love the shimmers here, which I was sad about because they look so beautiful, and I was really looking forward to them. But what are you gonna do? And then I have this. This is a magnetic palette by Unearthly, and I just filled it up with, sorry, this is supposed to be here and it doesn't want to stay. So a couple of these are depotted shades from my other magnetic palettes that I kind of reimagined. And then most of these, like pretty much this whole, well, okay, these are Colourpop, these two. This is from Shroud Cosmetics, but then these, this whole line here, this to this, like all of these, and all of these are depotted shades from the Glam Shop Alter Ego palette. And I don't remember their names, but you have this one, which actually for me shattered so many times. But it's a really nice pink, so I'm gonna swatch it for you. And it's from the Alter Ego, and I don't remember the name. But yeah, you can try to find the palette. Honestly, this is such a pretty pink color story. But yeah, it's a beautiful shade, as you can see. Then you have this, which is kind of more like a neutrally beigey pink, and it's very interesting because I don't think I have a shade like this. Honestly, like this one is kind of different in my collection, and I kind of find it interesting just for that, but I don't actually wear it many times. And we have this shade, which is kind of similar to the one from the Sorbetti, but this one packs such a punch. Like, do you see that? It's almost like a bloody red in the base that goes to this extremely pumpkin orange, and then bam, like the shine on this, out of this world. Love that. Then you have this pink, which is also very pretty pink, like kind of like, well, not really fuchsia, but you know, it's kind of like that. Then you have this, which is very nice, like this one I would call kind of fuchsia, at least from what I understand to be a fuchsia. And is that everything for this pad? Oh, and I also have this is my Micka corner here plus this one, And we have this shade, which I think is a crush. Let me actually find it. I think this one is a crush. Yes. See, like I remember these useless things. But this one is a pink, purple, kind of fuchsia base with gold green. I mean, look at that. That's just insane. It looks so yummy. Honestly, these two, so yummy. And yeah, these all are different shifts. This one is really pretty too. Like it's a kind of like a orangey yellow that has a pink shine. And I hate swatching this one because it's actually super chunky, and I hate how chunky it is. But like, look at that. It's just so magical. It looks absolutely magical, but it's kind of hard to use it on your eyes without getting flakes all over you. So let me get this to the side so that we have kind of like a clean background. And honestly, I mean, look at that. I'm not a lover of pink, but even my mouth waters when I see this. Like, this is just so pretty. I love this shade. I love these dark tones. And obviously this is just like a sparkle heaven. And all of these are so beautiful and so... This color story, also really want to use that. I have to remember to use the shade Crush, and I have to remember to use it with these like super vibrant, almost purpley pinks, because I just feel like that would really look beautiful. Like I just, yeah, these two next to each other really inspire me, and I have to save a screenshot of this video to just actually use them. And this glitter from the Pokemon palette is so pretty. Usually when I do my makeup, right, usually I would use like a very vibrant pink like this, like very, or even this, and then I would either, the deeper color would be either purple or something this deep, or a red shade, or like also I really like to mix pink with black or gray. And then for shimmers, I would probably use either something like this, and then super light iridescent like this, or something really dark like this, and then I would do again something iridescent and something super fun. And for the times that I want to mix pink with other shades, I like these multichromes that actually have some kind of flip to them, like really obvious flip, you know, like this is really something. The other ones are kind of like in a similar theme, you know. So that's kind of how I use pinks. It's not very, I don't know, I have to learn to use pink more. Also, I really like to use these types of pinks with white, to have like a actually white matte or white liner or something like that. Like I just really like that with white for some reason. So yeah, also these two with white would look so pretty. Like that's kind of my jive, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's it for this video. I can't speak anymore, but this was really fun, and I was actually reminded of a couple of the shades in my collection that I think are actually super pretty and deserve to be used, even by someone who technically doesn't really wear pinks very often, because I feel like it sometimes washes me out. But yeah, let me know what you thought about these, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know what kind of color is your favorite color, and let me know if you would want me to film the like swatching my my favorite shimmers. This one also, oh my god. But yeah, let me know if you would want that, and I'll see you next time. So bye.